Please,
meditsiinigeneetiku,
our
samuti
next
kliinilise
speaker,
geneetika
Dr.
lektori.
Kai Muru,
Tema
who's
peamised
a
uurimisteemad on
clinical
kaasasündinud
genetics
südamerikked ja
lecturer
pärilikud
working
ainevahetushaigused.
on
Palun.
congenital heart anomalies. Kai, please.
Tere ka minu poolt.
Good morning, everybody.
Ja kuulsime ka professor
We
Winni
watched the video
kokkuvõtet
and we
uutest
listened to
ravivõimalustest.
Dr.
Minul plaan
Wynn's
täna rääkida ühest
summary
poisist,
of
kellest
the
on siin
new
palju räägitud.
therapies.
Ja
But I have come to tell you
kohtusin
about the
temaga, kui
little
ta oli
boy
4-kuune,
who's
aga
been
alustaks
talked
päris
about a
algusest.
lot. I met him when he was 4 months old. But let us begin from the beginning.
Emale 3. laps, aga antud pere esimene laps. Ja rasedus
He
ja
was
sünnitus
the
läksid kõik
third
nii nagu peab.
child
Sündis
for
Talliski
this
40.
mother,
nädalal.
but the first child in this
Täitsa ilusad
family.
sünnikaalud.
The
Ja
gestation
akkerinded,
period
seda, mida me
and
kõik ju vaatame.
the pregnancy and the birth were
Kohanemisel
perfectly regular.
oli see, mis ema
He
ja
was
isa
born on
häirisid,
the
oli see, et esimesel
21st
päeval
week of
laps hästi nohises.
gestation with
Soolalahusega
an
see
Acker
hästi ei
score
taandunud,
of 8.
aga teiseks
On the
päevaks
first day
sagedasi
of
pere läks
Robin's
koju.
life,
Mida tehakse
his parents
sünnitusmajas?
noticed
Tehakse
he
kõiksugu
was breathing
sõeluuringud.
with some
Tema esimene sõeluuring kuulmise osas
wheezing,
läinud nii nagu peab, aga ka see on
but by
väga
the
sage,
second
et
day
me ei läbi sellisel
it
sõeluuringut. Tuli ta tagasi
it was
4.
reduced
päeval,
and the
sest ta
family
läks
got to
ära
go home.
teisel päeval
He
ja
did
tuli
not
teha ka
pass
teisi
the hearing
sõeluuringuid, milleks
screening,
on vaja oodata
but this is
48
fairly
tundi.
normal.
4. päeval
On
ta
the
siiski
fourth
sõeluuringut
day,
kuulmise osas ei läbinud
the fourth
ja oli
day
muutunud ka silmad
pediatric
rähmaseks, mis
hearing screening was not
andis ka hiljem
passed
korduvat
again,
silmapõletikku.
and his eyes
Kasvas ta ilusti,
were not clear.
aga
He grew
silmapõletik
fine,
tõesti kordus ja perearst
but
suunas
he
ta silmaarstile. Aga kuna ta juba
suffered
oli
from
3. laps,
repeated eye
viirused ikka neid
infections.
tabavad. Ja
But since he was
ootamatult
the
5
third
viirushaigust
child of
haiglasse, nii et
the
ta
family,
hingamispuudulikkuse tõttu jõudis ka
the family
intensiivravi
wasn't too
osakonda.
worried since viruses do happen
Ja
until
kui
he
ühel
ended
on
up
haigus, siis täna
in the
me teame,
intensive
kuidas seda aidata
pediatric
viirushaigust.
intensive care
Aga
department of a
tuli
hospital
küsimusi
with
juurde.
a RSV virus.
Haiglas diagnoositi tal lisaks
He was
keskkõrvpõletik
diagnosed with
1-kuuselt,
middle
siis
ear
südamerikke,
infection,
mis
otitis
tõesti
media,
arvati, see on siis
along
seetõttu, et miks
with
tal see
heart
hingamispuudulikkus
failure
nii
due
hägedalt
to
tekkis
mitral valve
ja ka
deficiency,
kubemesong.
along with heart failure. And he was also
Ja
diagnosed
siis
with
kontrolliti
groin
ka uuesti
hernia.
kuulmist,
His
leiti,
hearing
et ta seda ei
was
läbinud. Nii et
checked
siis oli plaan, et
repeatedly. He did
et
not
oli ta
pass
1-kuune,
any
pidi
of
ta
these
tulema siis
screenings.
3-4-kuuselt uuesti.
At the
Kuna oli
at the age of
südamerikke
1
ja jäi
month,
ta
he was
kardioloogi
told to
jälgimisele.
return. The parents were
Samas
told to
kodus
come back when
ta
he was
kasvas
4
ilusti
months old.
ja kiusasid teda ikkagi jätkuvalt
He grew
kõrvapõletikud.
well at home,
Kui ta
still
3
troubled
kuu vanusest uuesti
by ear
kardioloogile tuli,
infections.
siis
When he
pärast
returned to the
vastuvõttu võttis
cardiologist
kardioloog minuga ühendust, sest et mina
in the
olen
age of
võib-olla
4
rohkem see,
months,
kes laste
the
südamerikkid, ta
cardiologist contacted
tegeleb
me as
geneetika
somebody who
vaatepunktist
might
ja
be
ütles,
more
et
in touch with
talle midagi ei
genetic
meeldi.
heart
Ja
failure in
siis
children.
me leppisime
And the
kokku, et saame
cardiologist
kokku
told
järgmisel
me
korral,
they
kui
were
ta tuleb
concerned.
kardioloogile näitama.
And we agreed that the cardiologist would meet Robin along with me at his next appointment. Robin was 4 months old at the time. With his mother's permission, I'll add a picture. Here are his lovely eyes. He had a slightly lower muscle tone, but his skills were age appropriate. Ultrasounds were as expected as well. But the mother mentioned that what distinguished him from his sister were the good hair growth, long eyelashes, and eyebrows. The geneticist noticed this.
Ja tänasel hetkel geneetikas on meil hea see, et me ei pea, kui meil tekib üks idee, me ei pea ühe geeni kaupa.
Nowadays, what's good in genetics is that we do not have to check our ideas a gene at a time. Rather, we can use gene panels to test for multiple hypotheses. They are slow, taking a couple of months at a time, But since I had some concerns I did not necessarily share with the mother, I asked the lab to speed it up a little. The results were in a few weeks hence.
aga see kubemesong, mis tal oli jälgimisel,
The
oli pitsunud ja ka see sai
groin hernia had strangulated by that time. That was also resolved. The gene panel results were as follows. There were two changes in the IDUA gene. The geneticist would like to know whether this is a single parent change or the change is present in both parents. Because in case of both, this is mucopolysaccharidosis 1. And we were able to test the mother, and we were able to find out the mother carries one of the changes. And when Robin was 5 months, 10 days old, we were able to confirm his diagnosis. But let's talk about mucopolysaccharidosis type 1 a little. As you can see, it's an extremely rare disease. Its frequency is estimated between 1 to 100,000 to 500,000 people. And in Estonia, the frequency resembles this estimate. And the enzyme that's not working is responsible for taking waste out of the cell as well, which means waste products will remain in the cell. At the time of birth, therefore, the symptoms are not evident. A few months in, they're becoming evident. As you can see, the symptoms can vary broadly. When we got the results, the diagnosis, we realized some of the symptoms had been present at birth already, such as corneal clouding and the hernia. However, we were able to get the diagnosis fairly early. Even so, for the parents, the diagnosis itself is not primary. They are mainly interested in the treatment. The gold standard is enzyme treatment, which got market authorization in 2003. And the second option is stem cell transplantation. Emergencies tend to happen either immediately before holidays or during summer vacations, but I immediately alerted my team, and Professor Ounap informed the Children's Foundation of the situation. The Children's Foundation was willing to support Robin, and the representative of the medical company also picked up my phone at 8 in the evening. We got access to the treatment, to the enzyme treatment really quickly. The second point in order was stem cell treatment. We hadn't had such patients in Estonia before. But after discussion with my colleagues, I wrote to Professor Nguyen, and he replied in a matter of hours. So, the summary of the timeline: he got diagnosed in the age of 5 months, 10 days, and the enzyme treatment was initiated when he was 5 months, 17 days old. So within a handful of days, we were able to start Robin's treatment. As I mentioned, we were able to consult quickly with Professor Nguyen, And Robin's first distance consultation was at the age of 6 months and 6 days. From the perspective of the parent, I believe it was all quite rushed. All went quickly. It was good, however, that Robin got a quick diagnosis and the next steps were in reach. How many 6-month-old children have passports? I don't think there's many, but since we needed to leave the EU, we quickly needed a passport. This too was done, and at the age of 7 months, he first flew to Manchester. Initial screenings and tests were done, and when Robin had returned to Estonia, I got Professor Wynn's letter stating that one of the antibodies is positive. We called the family and he was brought to Tartu, but getting a blood sample proved difficult. Thankfully, the test showed that all the antibodies were negative, which meant he was eligible for Professor Wynn's treatment. And Robin made it to the therapy group. At the age of 8 months, he was taken to Manchester again for the harvesting of stem cells. The treated cells were retransplanted at the age of 11 months, 18 days. Here he is, a glowingly happy boy, currently 1 year old. And since, like his mother said, therapy is difficult, so in a way he grew up in a single day. Now, however, it's a recovery period. He's being monitored. He will be monitored for a long time for the research trial. And like the mother initially said, she didn't know whether she would dare try the new therapy because it was so new, maybe stick with the known. But she made her decision over one of our phone calls, and as she lately told me, she is very happy with her decision. But yes, it is a fact that sometimes we need to decide quickly, even if we wished we had time to reflect thoroughly. But I'd like to thank everybody, Robin's parents, his sisters, his grandparents. They have a good, cohesive family. And I'd like to thank our colleagues from the children's clinic, since we all collaborated on this case. When I called up my colleagues, they were all in immediately. And Dr. Kõvask, when looking at the child, immediately sensed that something might be different. And the Children's Foundation, we have closely worked with them, as well as the pharmaceutical companies and the representatives who were accessible during summer vacations and enabled Robin to get the necessary enzyme treatment. Thank you all.
Thank you for a very interesting presentation.